I certainly felt a different type of energy because both teams are good. It just elevates this rivalry, Boop.
Yeah, T-Mac post-game, obviously people excited and the media asking Craig Counsell, all right, so what about a Cubs-Sox World Series? And without hesitation, Craig Counsell said, sign me up. All right, on the mound, it will be Kevin Gausman, and he makes his 5th career start at Wrigley. It says so right there.
Yeah, it does, and it will be his first in a Chicago Cub uniform. Second in starts and innings pitched since the start of 2021, so he's been durable. It's quantity and quality for the veteran right-hander, and so far with the Cubs, he's not yet allowed a base hit on that split finger pitch. The fastball at 94, the splitter, an occasional slider, and a little bit of a changeup that he'll feature as well.
So it'll be Sam Antonacci to start it off. Antonacci, Murakami, and Vargas.
7 will swing from the left side tonight for the White Sox against Gausman, so the splitter becomes even more important.
First offering of the game in there for a strike, says Manny Gonzalez, and we are underway. Antonacci in that leadoff spot does a great job getting on base. Fastball misses downstairs. His on base percentage at .364. Big league average is .318.
That's despite a below average walk rate. He gets hit by the pitch more than anybody in the game. 23 times he's been hit, including last night on a breaking ball where he just kind of stuck his elbow out there. So you got to be careful when you go in on him.
Matching Carlos Quentin's team record.
Ooh.
Anthony Kay. Oh, stand by.
The catcher is challenging the field, call ball.
Miguel Amaya with the challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile as we check out the challenge by the Cub catcher, and it's a ball.
Goal confirmed. Chicago have 1 challenge to remain.
It's an aggressive challenge this early in the game. In a low leverage situation. I'm sure Miggy would like a mulligan on that one. That was part of the story last night. The White Sox didn't really manage their challenges very well.
And Antonacci will take his base as he accepts the walk. And the rest of the White Sox lineup. It is presented to you by Ford. They lead the AL in runs per game, 6th in the majors in that department. Murakami and Vargas in back of Antonacci. Benintendi the DH. Montgomery, and Mydroth, Peters, and Romo, the switch hitting catcher, rounding out the lineup. Evan Gausman out of the stretch, and that pitch misses outside. Finished a note in terms of Antonacci. Yes. Len Casper, the voice of the White Sox on the radio, our buddy, he was telling me Anthony Kay has hit 21 batters this year. Along with Antonacci, it's the first time ever a team has had 20-20 guys, that they've had a pitcher hit 20 and a position
that's a rare
player
20-20
hit 20
for the team. Yeah.
So hit by 20 and hit 20. Yeah. Man at first, 2-0 to Murakami. Walked 3 times last night. And that one in there for a strike, and then gets away from Amaya.
Almost like he had a hole in his mitt. Able to scramble back. No advance for Antonacci, because when you see it knee high as a base runner, you're heading back to the base because you don't think it's going to get away.
Yeah, just got on the edge of the webbing with a 4-seamer there at 90. And that's off the outside edge. Murakami, he strikes out at a high rate, but he also walks a ton. He's got the 2nd highest K rate, the 2nd highest walk rate in the majors. And big time power. 3-1, man at first. And Gausman to the plate. And that is ball 4. And now 2 are aboard.
And Murakami, my goodness, he walked 3 times in the ball game last night, and here he goes again. It's interesting too. He doesn't chase. He has, as Boog said, the 2nd highest strikeout rate, but it's not like he swings out a bunch of pitches out of the zone. He gets beat in the zone a decent amount of the time. See the improvement the White Sox have made in terms of working the walk.
So 2 on, nobody out, and it's Miguel Vargas at the plate. And that's in there for a strike. It was buzzing from the jump last night. White Sox fans making a lot of noise, and by the end of the night, this place, I mean, the top blew off it after PCA ended the game. 0-1.
Now you love to get a double play ball here. Now Vargas doesn't hit the ball on the ground very often. He's one of the lower ground ball rates in the business. And that's what Gausman would be looking for here. Maybe get him to roll over on a split, jam him with a heater.
Ground ball, hard hit. There's 1. There's 2.
Yeah.
Like that?
Just like that. Clean it up. Clean up in aisle 4. Big double play. As they go 6-4-3, this double play brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car.
Not quite around the horn.
No, not around the horn. Shortstop.
Yeah.
I think last night I called the double play around the horn, but it was not. It was the shortstop.
But sometimes with the shift, it can be.
It could be, yeah.
Disconcerting. Pitch outside to Benintendi.
Yeah, I think I got excited. You know, got carried away.
Me too.
This guy hit a big home run last night off the bench. Turned around a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Ryan Zefferjohn.
Gausman with the count 1-1. Swing and a miss. Well, Andrew Benintendi, for whatever reason, has enjoyed his brief time at Wrigley. 11 for 21, 2 homers, on base 54% of the time.
Need to trade for that guy.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Well, he walked the first 2 and then got himself out of it. Guess who's leading off when we come back? That man, Pete Crow Armstrong. Baseball in runs per game. Here is the starting lineup. PCA up top. Then Seiya Suzuki, Bregman and Bush, Porter and Ramirez. Ian Happ is in left. Craig Counsell will start Miguel Amaya. And Michael Conforto will play right field. Suzuki is the DH.
One of the best 2 players in Major League Baseball.
What are we doing? Start to acknowledge him.
Leading off for the Cubs, center fielder, number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
What a night last night. Craig Counsell said that might be his best game in the big leagues. Many to choose from, that's for sure. As Hudson delivers outside and ball 1.
He had been in a little kind of a mini slump. Homered on Sunday and then just went off last night. Hudson, the opener, will be out there for 1, maybe come back out for the 2nd, depending on who's up for the Cubs.
Here comes a 2-0. He shows bunt and takes inside.
Hudson, a big guy, man. 6'8", 250. It's great extension. He's not overpowering. That's an 89-mile-an-hour heater right over the inside corner.
The lefty is ready. High fly ball, right field. That one's back at the wall, and gone! Oh, brother! He floats around the bases. PCA. A leadoff home run, and it is 1-0.
There's a pretty good chance Will Venable chose the lefty as his opener to try to neutralize PCA, but nobody is slowing him down right now. It doesn't matter. Left, right, throw 100, funky, soft stuff, doesn't matter. Number 4 is on fire.
I mean, let's ask him to come out, huh? Holy cow. Here's Suzuki. And that is in for a strike. Incredible. And the fans chanting for him as Suzuki laces that one foul.
Last night they started and went back to back. Let's see what Sayas got up his sleeve here.
31 homers. And Suzuki has gone looking.
This home run replay is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Well, it wasn't the first pitch tonight, but it was the first plate appearance. And he leans on another one. Number 31 for Pete. Just continues to build that MVP resume.
That says it all.
Maybe even surprises himself sometimes. What am I doing?
His 6th leadoff homer. That is the most for a Cubs leadoff guy since Dexter Fowler in 2016.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. You're connecting some dots.
Bregman fouls it away. Alex Bregman, he's been on quite a tear. His numbers continue to climb. The 1-2. Chopped over the mound. Charging is Mydrop on the move. He throws out Bregman, 2 away.
Well, Cubs banged out 14 hits in the ball game last night. Bregman had 3. What can we tell you about this lefty, Brian Hudson? You know, he started his career in the Cubs organization. It's been a number of years in the Cubs minor league system. This is his 7th career opening assignment, all coming this year. It's been a little bit tougher on righties than lefties. And bullpen guy's longest appearance has been an inning and 2/3.
First one to Michael Bush, misses outside. So the Cubs with the early lead on the homer. You know who. Fly ball, well struck, right center field. That's back, and that is gone. Michael Bush will touch them all. Number 15, the Cubs go deep for the 2nd time here in the bottom of the 1st and lead it 2-0.
So Hudson able to get the righties, but he couldn't get the lefties. First PCA, and now Michael Bush unloads. Number 15 for Bushy. This home run brought to you by Hefty. Strength you can trust. And we are off and running. Or off and jogging.
If you saw the social media yesterday, Cubs social, they'll ask the players coming in to the clubhouse, they'll ask them a question, just a random, you know, what would you love to do on an off day? If you could gift your jersey to anyone, who would you gift it to? Most everybody was saying their mom, you know, their wife. A couple of fun answers, but for Michael Bush, there's a really cool one. He said, I'd gift my jersey to my neighbor Dennis. And Dennis is a guy who lives 2 houses down from his parents' house where he grew up in Minnesota. Kids would all go and hang out. They said they'd swim in Dennis's pool, and he and his wife took great care of the kids in the block. I thought that was really
everybody needs a Dennis in their neighborhood.
Man, really sweet and thoughtful answer. That's to third. Vargas picks it up and throws him out. PCA and Michael Bush go yard. It's 2-0 and a 1.
champion Patrick Kane threw out the first pitch. He recently re-signed with the Blackhawks on a 2-year deal in the city of Chicago. Fired up. And also in attendance, we have Bulls forward Modest Buzelis, PCA, Caleb Williams, and Blackhawks center Connor Bedard. They seem to be this new wave of Chicago athletes who have really just banded together to support each other, support the city, and it's kind of been fun to watch.
Yeah, they're the cool kids that like to all hang out together, man.
It's the Brat Pack.
Supporting each other at their games.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, right. All in that same age range. And holy cow, 3 or 4 really talented guys. As Gausman misses that time, now 2-1.
So looked like a pretty good pitch. Clearly over the heart of the plate and at the notch of the knees. And only one challenge left. Can't afford to challenge there on a borderline pitch.
Braden Montgomery, then Colson Montgomery, and then Chase Mydron. Gausman did a great job in that first inning. He walked the first 2. He got a double play ground ball and a strikeout. Cubs lead it 2-zip and a couple of homers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Back downstairs and T-Mac.
Boog, I want to show you what's unfolding in the dugout right now. Assistant hitting coach John Maley and the interim coach Dansby Swanson talking hitting here. Dansby comes out after the 2 homers and I said, good job, coach. He goes, yeah, that's all me. If they start doing bad, I'll go back under and come up with some new tips.
You know, we talk so much about Alex Bregman, you know, coming over, signing the free agent deal, and that he's a baseball rat. But it's not like the Cubs don't have a bunch of them. Dansby Swanson is someone that you could sit and talk the game with all day. Swing and a miss right there from Colson Montgomery.
Yeah, they got a bunch of guys. You know, Nico, Ian Happ, Carson Kelly, a bunch of these veteran guys that really understand the game, love to play the game.
Fly ball center field. And PCA there to make the catch. All right, time now for the Intelligence Center powered by CDW and AMD. And how about career starts at Wrigley Field? This is number 5. He is the first pitcher ever to make his first 5 starts at Wrigley Field with 5 different teams. He started with the Orioles August of 14, with the Reds September of 19, the Giants in 21, and the Blue Jays earlier this year, and now the Cubs again this year. That's wild.
And despite having a lot of time in the American League, he has not faced the White Sox very much at all. This is his 6th career start against the Sox. Most of the guys in their lineup do not have a lot of experience against him. Benintendi would be the one exception.
0-2 down. Line drive, base hit, left field. Mydron turns around a 4-seamer at 95.
Well, he had a frustrating night last night. Took an 0-for, punched out 4 times. This time able to get on top of this high heater and pull it through the hole.
Tristan Peters here. Peters with 1 out, or 2 outs and a man at first. Peters got that interesting stance. It's really kind of rigid, but man, he's got good success this year. And he was an all-star. Line drive, and that one slices into left field. A base hit. Peters got just enough of it.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get Peters here and then have the 9-hole hitter leading off the next inning, but more work to be done for Gosman. I don't think he saw it off the bat. Took him a while to recognize that the ball was in play before he took off. A little softy, but a knock for Peters, who's fallen off significantly here in the second half of the season.
And the batter now is Drew Romo. For the White Sox this year, the catching spot has been just this unending area of injury and lack of production. They're last in the majors in batting average at catcher and OPS. Their catching group collectively is hitting 170.
That's not very good, Rick. They've tried 6 different guys behind the plate this year.
Swing and a miss.
So if you're not going to get production from that position, then you want good catch and throw guys, good receivers, and I think they have that in both Romo and Jake Rogers, who we saw last night.
Romo at one time a highly touted guy. He's a first rounder for the Rockies in 2020. PCA played with him on a Team USA group. I believe the 18 and under team. One fouled off.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys from the Woodlands, Texas high school that's produced JMO, Paul Goldschmidt, Kyle Drabeck, my kids.
The 1-2. Time now for the keys to the game. They're brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers and by James DeShade.
Yeah, well, PCA plus, because he was quite a show last night. He's already done damage here tonight. Gosman making his first start in a Cub uniform here at Wrigley Field. And the Bregman delivers. Alex Bregman's been on a nice heater.
Slice to left. Hat plays it on a bounce. Fires it into Bregman, and racing around to score is Mydroth, and the White Sox are on the board.
Boy, 3 consecutive hits from the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. We talked about the struggles of Peters in the second half and the struggles for Romo, period. But he delivers here. This ball drifting down, out away from him, and he just shoots it to left. Sinking line drive. Ian charges. That has to kind of retreat. So he's back on his heels a little bit as he fields that ball. So he's not able to get a whole lot on the throw.
I don't think he could have done that any better. I think that there was, off the jump, there was thought that maybe he could catch it in the air. But then his main goal was to make sure, because it was hit hard, it didn't go skidding past him.
Right. And with Mydroth moving with the swing, they're not going to throw him out.
Now Antonacci.
Outfielder has to make a decision at some point whether to lay out or to check up and play it on the hop. If you lay out and it gets by you, it's 2 runs in. Batter runner probably standing at second or third base.
1-0. Kevin Gosman, the veteran at 35 years old. Cubs got him at the deadline from the Blue Jays.
I think he rushed his delivery a little bit that time.
Two on, 2 out. Cubs lead 2-1. Ground ball, diving play by Bush. Gets up, gets it to Gosman, and they're able to get Antonacci. Great defense available everywhere on the diamond for the Cubs. This time it's Michael Bush.
And goes deep now. He saves the run with a sparkling defensive play. Can't do it any better than that. Way to go, 2-9. Dennis would be proud of you. replay. We give so much love to the guys in the middle. Don't forget about those corner guys, Bregman and Bushy. They can play defense as well. Just a brilliant play by Michael. Could be in the hunt for a Gold Glove this year. Good break by Gausman. Good feed. Gets him by half a step.
Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
And the veteran Eric Fetty now. He'll be the bulk guy for the White Sox this evening. That would be the plan anyway. See what bulk ends up being. 26 games, 109 and 2/3 innings, and a 4.51 ERA. Home run ball has been an issue for him. He's allowed 22 long ones.
Stairs and missing to Pedro Ramirez.
And they like to, especially from the left side, they like to try to beat him with that elevated fastball.
Line drive out into center field and a base hit.
Boy, great hands. Pretty stroke. The hands work here. Stays back long through the zone. Solid shot, middle of the diamond, leadoff man aboard.
And now it's Ian Happ. And the pitch in there for a strike. That was a sweeper.
Yeah, it had good sweeping action, didn't it? And he's been around. He debuted with the Washington Nationals back in 2017.
Yeah, he grew up in Las Vegas with Bryce Harper. He chose the 4-year college route. He went to UNLV. He's a running Red. Inside, Happ spins out of the way. Ramirez at first, nobody out.
Pounding that fastball up and in can be effective if you've got a guy that's a wild swinger, but when you got a patient hitter like Happ, you end up putting yourself in a bad count.
Sam Antonacci would have been hit 3 times.
Yes.
On the ground, base hit right field. Ramirez not stopping. Here's the throw, cut, and they're at the corners. Happ follows Ramirez with a single of his own, and they're 2 on.
Yeah, great opportunity now to answer that run. The White Sox scored in the top half of the inning. 3-1 change up, and Ian able to stay back long enough to put solid one on it. Find a little hole on the right side. Ramirez takes one peek, and off he goes into third. Montgomery out there in right has a very strong arm.
Maya bunts it towards third, but it rolls foul.
Interesting, a little safety squeeze with nobody out. See that a lot in a 1-out situation. Maya's a good bunter. You know, you always think of a little guy, you know, utility type player is going to be your best bunter, but Maya, the big guy, I don't know why I think that. I'm stereotyping.
Yeah, you are.
Don't put me in a box.
So put yourself in a box.
I can bun.
So last night, Ian Happ put down a bunt. And we talked about how the Cubs going into the game were last in the majors in sacrifices.
Yeah, they only had 5 of them.
Yeah. Ian did it on his own.
Oh, did he?
Yep. And it was his first one since 2021.
Yeah, he was batting right-handed, and that's he's really struggled from that side. So good on him to say, here's a way I can help.
And Amaya is gone, and there's one away.
Umpire tendencies are brought to you by UI Health, and Manny Gonzalez is the man behind the plate tonight. 14 years as a big league umpire. He's considered pitcher friendly and averages 4.45 challenges per game with an overturn rate of 65.2%. It's 10% higher than league average. And challenge.
Pitch, call a ball. The catcher challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And that's a strike.
Tickling that outside corner.
JD, I was on the radio today.
Yes.
And then you got in the car.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I was asked whether we should just go forward and go ahead and have ABS call it all the time. Thoughts?
No, I'm kind of digging the way it is right now.
How about you?
It's added an element of drama to the game, strategy when to use those challenges. I think the fans are into it.
I agree.
Pitch, call a ball. The catcher challenging.
So two borderline pitches that he's challenged, and he's been right both times.
Ball to strike. Chicago retains their challenge.
So now it's 1-2. I don't really want to lose your challenge.
He's living on the edge, Boo.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, it turned out well.
Yeah.
But Forte with 226 with 10 homers. He's got Ramirez at third and Happ at first.
Fetty not a big strikeout pitcher, but he got a huge strikeout of Amaya.
Is outside. And there he is, waiting in the on deck circle. He's already gotten the crowd on its feet once. Hit hard but foul. Look out, Jose.
Yeah, I imagine if Michael were to work a walk here and PCA would stride up there with the bases loaded, you might hear a little ripple in the crowd.
Yeah. Three and two. Benny fires. In the air, right side. And Mydrop makes the catch, tosses it in, and now there's two away.
Last night's game, obviously very close, going to extra innings. The Cubs left a lot on the table. A lot of opportunities to open a much bigger lead through the middle innings of that game. Hopefully they can cash in here. First and third, nobody out. And two quick outs. Good work by Fetty and Romo with his challenges.
DCA waits as the pitcher and catcher have a chat downstairs, and we chat with T-Mac.
Well, post-game PCA was saying how over the weekend he was not pleased with his performance. So pre-game yesterday, got to the park early, did some early work out on the field with John Maley, just did some soft toss, really wanted to see the flight of the ball. But Boog, I found this interesting. He told me 3 hours before the game he decided he was going to swing first pitch. He saw that Luis Castillo has about a 60% first pitch fastball to left-handed hitters, and so he decided, premeditated the fact that he was going to swing first pitch, and it resulted in a home run.
Fetty, swing and a miss. I mean, the other thing, if you look at the run that he's been on, and you go back to that game in St. Louis when he hit it off the tarps off, or hit it into the tarps off crew. Remember, he ditched his sleeves. He went no sleeves for the longest time. He's back to wearing sleeves the last few games. He didn't like that call.
Yeah, didn't like it enough to challenge it. A good thing, because it did work its way back the inside corner.
Two-seamer at the front hip. Ramirez at third, Happ at first. Cubs lead it by a run. Crow Armstrong is already homered. PCA fouls it off. He is #1 in the majors in wins above replacement.
It's interesting, you know, this situation, 2 outs, 0-2, first and third. Most clubs aren't going to throw through because they feel like they have leverage over the hitter and they don't want to make a risk of a bad throw and giving up a cheap run. But as hot as PCA, as good as PCA has been, I'm guessing the White Sox would throw through if Ian were to run here. I don't know that you ever really feel that you've got a big advantage over Pete these days.
That one in the dirt and stopped by Romo.
He's good back there, Romo. Pretty nimble.
Betty listens in, now straightens up. And it's 2-2. By the way, for PCA, if he in fact wins the Gold Glove, he'll go back-to-back years 30-30 with a Gold Glove for the first time since Barry Bonds 96-97. Line drive, curling foul, and that is out of play.
And we'll see how this game moves along with Fetty out there, but clearly his intent with these left-handed hitters is get the ball in on them, whether the four-seamer or the cutter, all the stuff elevated in on the hands.
Fetty, the veteran, at 33. You see he's got the pitch comm on his glove. 2-2. And Pete able to spoil that one.
So does he go soft here?
Fetty is ready. Kicks and fires.
Tried to change up, but it wasn't on the plate long enough to get PCA to bite. So here he goes from 0-2 to 3-2. Stand up, everybody. Yep. Be a good Catholic. Stand up.
3-2. Ball 4. And they're all loaded up for the birthday boy. Here comes Seiya Suzuki. Yeah, number 32.
Oh, how about a birthday grand slam, huh?
Yeah, I would like that.
I asked him what he got for his birthday, and he said, I haven't gotten anything, but I want a Rolex watch.
But I want a Rolex watch?
A Rolex watch.
So good.
Shares a birthday with the great Roberto Clemente. Born on this date of 1934. Speaking of right fielders.
about PCA, by the way? He went from an 0-2 count to a walk. It's the 8th time he's done that this year. All right, all loaded up. And Seiya waves at that sweeper.
Took a shot. 0-0. And cheat on a heater, looking to do damage.
Ramirez, Happ, Crow Armstrong, third to first on the bases. And that's too high. Pickoff play on, and Happ able to sneak back in there.
Glaring in at Romo as if to say, hey, come in, break, kid.
Seiya lays off that time, now 2-1.
I think Seiya's so strong. You know, you think about guys pulling the ball in the air, pull power. His power is to all fields. He can afford to stay back a little bit longer than most.
On the ground, that's to short. Montgomery throws him out, and the Cubs leave him loaded.
The top of the third, Kevin Gausman on the mound. Gausman, a native of Colorado, grew up in the Denver metro area. And in 8th grade, Boog and JD, he developed a unique superstition. He used to eat powdered sugar donuts, one before the game and then several in between innings while he was pitching. It's a habit and superstition that followed him into college at LSU. So then fast forward to his major league debut with the Orioles in 2013. The veterans of Curse heard about it and they had some fun with this. So when he arrived, his locker was full of powdered sugar donuts. Now the catch on this is one of the guys behind this operation is current Cubs bench coach Ryan Flaherty. So when I was asking Flash about that today, of course, there were a lot of laughs, and he said, don't blame me, blame Darren O'Day, right-handed pitcher on that squad. But they certainly let him have it, and unfortunately, he doesn't continue the superstition here today, because if he did, Boog, I think I would probably steal some.
Yeah, I would agree, and I'd make sure that you'd send some upstairs. Gausman making the start here for the Cubs, and, you know, hearkening back to his college days. He's wearing number 12. That's what he wore at LSU.
I am all in on the donuts.
Yeah.
I mean, the modern player is so attuned to nutrition and taking care of their body.
Yeah. Count their macros.
Yeah, go ahead and
count your macros.
Sinkers every now and then.
No question. 2-2. Downstairs.
This guy's just, I mean, I don't know if you can be relentlessly patient, but that's kind of what he is, man. He does not chase. He very rarely chases.
High fly ball left field. That one back on its way, and it is gone. Wow.
You talk about opposite field power. You mentioned a comp last night. You said maybe a little Jim Thome, and that's Thome strong right there. Wow. That high, that far to the opposite field. Brute strength. Getting the low ball in the air. Look at that swing. Oh, that's way back there.
Tied up at 2 as Murakami goes yard, and that number 29.
Yeah, if you look at a spray chart of his home runs, they're all over the field. It's the 7th one. He's got it the other way. He's at a number in the center. Hang with him, Mr. Vargas.
It's funny because he hits the ball so high. And for most guys, when you're hitting the ball at that type of launch angle, you don't have the juice to
No,
to carry it out.
I remember talking to a scout years ago, and they said when they scout amateur players, that's one of the things they look for. Do they hit high, deep fly balls, even if they're not home runs? If they're strong enough to hit the ball really high and really far, that's that's raw power.
Bounce towards first. Bush is there to Gausman, and out number 2. Well, one thing the White Sox do well is slug. 3rd in the American League in total homers hit, tied for 4th in the majors. And the 1-2 punch of Murakami and Vargas has been really potent for them. Here's Brayton Montgomery. One of the things usually with Kevin Gausman, the ball is in the air a lot. Get some ground balls with that splitter, but
yeah, more of a fly ball type pitcher.
That's in there for a strike.
But for the most part, he's been able to keep the ball in the ballpark despite being a fly ball guy. He's allowed a home run at each of his starts with the Cubs. 139 innings pitched, 17 home runs allowed. Coming into this one, you'll take that.
Look out.
Oh, my. That's all about the split finger. I got to stay back. I got fooled by the splitter last time. Protecting against that, and then a late reaction to the fastball, but he stays alive. So does everybody in the dugout, thankfully.
Chopped off the plate, but it rolls foul. Here's the dugout.
This is the 5th game between these two clubs. There's been 22 home runs hit in this series. The city of big shoulders is the city of big bats here in 2026.
Big bombs. 2-2.
Tried the slider there. He hasn't thrown many of them. 3. Tried to throw a little backdoor slider there.
Here comes the 3-2. Back to the mound. And Kevin Gausman. Murakami goes deep to tie the game. Due up for the Cubs, Alex Bregman. It's 2-2. Bet 365, where winning is everything. Got a 2-2 game. And it's Alex Bregman at the plate. Eric Fetty back at it. And there's a strike.
Alex has been swinging a really good bat here for an extended period of time. Narrow the focus to the last 8 games. He's 12 out of 30. It's a 400 batting average with 4 home runs. Not this time, no.
Popped in the air, center field.
Folks, join us on Wednesday, September 2nd, to celebrate first responders Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs quilted fleece and challenge coin presented by Wendella. Don't miss out on this offer. That's 2 for 1. The fleece and the coin.
Love that. Michael Busch fouls one back. Hey, real quick, want to pass along congratulations to our man, head groundskeeper Dan Kiermaier. His wife Christy gave birth to their son Miles on Sunday. Mom and son and Dan are home. And
well, congratulations.
So technically yesterday was Miles' first Cub game. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't here, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dan, who does such a great job with this field, and yeah, it's amazing when you see the concerts, the weather, and the surface just always looks and plays tip top.
If you were here tonight in about half an inning, you'd be out talking to the umpires going, "There's a storm blowing in, boys."
Michael Busch, a homer, his first time up.
How far did it fly? Brought to you by American Airlines. Bushy going deep for the 15th time this year. Stayed in there good against that lefty. 421 feet. Go to your next flight at AA.com.
Busch down on strikes. Nico grounded to third his first time up. Cubs and Sox tied at 2 in the third. Since the break, Horner at 371. And he's been back more in that active, aggressive mode. I think we're more used to seeing him.
Had 4 hits in the ball game last night. A couple runs batted in, including the game tying run in the ninth.
On the ground to short, Colson Montgomery. Fetty gets a 1-2-3. We'll head to the fourth. Tied at 2. Time now to play mound ball, presented by Tasty Trade. If the ball stays on the mound, Cub season ticket holder Jill Wolf will win the $2,000 Tasty Trade jackpot, and she won! Congrats to Jill for winning tonight's edition of Mound Ball, presented by Tasty Trade, stocks, options, futures, crypto. Way to go, Manny!
Yeah, way to go, Manny. Here's the roof, Jill.
That's ripped to right. Conforto there to dig it out. Colson Montgomery has a stand-up double. We are being told, by the way, that Jill would not have been eligible if Jim Wolf had been the plate umpire.
Oh yeah, that would have been. There would have definitely been an inquiry. Montgomery has our struggle of late, but he jumps on a first pitch here from Gosden. And he's going to have to pitch around this leadoff double. Bottom of the order. Produced a run back in the second.
So Mydroth here singled and scored his first time. Bunted in the air, foul. JD, you threw out some cards today.
Yep. Yep.
And you got some good distance.
Yeah, it's a helping wind. It's actually, I think it's blowing a little harder now. I think if I had one more card, I could really do some impressive things.
You got no more?
I'm out.
Let me go check our closet.
Wind gusts up to 17 miles per hour.
But they landed, and one of the guys picked it up and just stared at it.
Yeah.
It's a signed Jim DeShay's card. What do you think? That thing's just magically appearing? Check swing didn't go. It's Tom Hanahan. Tom knows a good Jim DeShay's card when he sees it.
You know what Harry would say? You know, Steve, Hanahan's name backwards is Nahana.
Two. On the ground, Bregman cuts it off, fires a move, and is able to get my drive.
Nice play, not an easy play. Had to take a quick peek at Montgomery there at second base, make sure he didn't have any intentions of getting to third base. Had to range a long way to get that one.
And now it's Tristan Peters. Swing and a miss there as Gausman got that splitter working.
You mentioned Peters in this kind of awkward stance last time he was up, and it is a little funky looking. But like all guys watch, he'll move into a much more athletic position as the pitch is being delivered. Pull the hands in, get into a coil.
Rips that one out into right center field. Colson Montgomery is coming around to score, and Peters is into second. It's an RBI double, and the White Sox have a 3-2 advantage.
White Sox doing a similar job that we saw from the Nationals last time against Kevin. Just making some adjustments as we move through this game. Not as much chase, starting to square the ball up. And they trade places at second base.
And now Drew Romo knocked in a run with a single his first time. Fastball misses. Their 6 through 9 hitters are 5 out of 7. Swing and a miss.
That top 5 guys in their batting order had one hit, the Murakami home run.
Snap throw down to second, and that ends up hitting Tristan Peters. Bush corrals it.
Back in the day, he'd be out.
That's right. Initially, in the early days,
yeah, you could throw the ball at the runner. If you hit him when he's not on the base, he's out. It's when men were men. And the baseball was as soft as a sock.
So it had some dodgeball flavor to it.
Yeah.
Dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
Kickball, right? You can do that kickball.
Sure you can. nothing like seeing someone just get flattened by one of those red rubber balls from gym class.
Oh, those little ones you could really
wing those things.
Yeah. Hit Jana Hall right in the face one time. Oh, I felt bad. Broke her glasses.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you don't really. They're so light. You're not really going to injure anyone, right?
Didn't go over well with Jana.
Yeah, probably not. Swing and a miss, and Romo down on strikes. Go ahead, Jim. It's card 3.
Card 3 says, join us on Thursday, September 3rd for Hello Kitty Night. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a limited edition Hello Kitty Cubs plushie. Don't miss out on this offer. What do we got here? Okay. Hand cramping up a little bit, maybe. He's got a cramp. Yeah, that thumb is just locked up on him. And it's his left hand.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, here he is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a cramp or a knuckle kind of locking up. I've never heard of a knuckle locking up thing. I'm guessing cramp. It's interesting that it's not his throwing hand, and it's also very good news that it's not his throwing hand.
Yeah.
What's Nico looking at? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got to be.
Get him a powdered donut.
Right.
Get some electrolytes going.
Yeah.
Remember, Jason Hamler used to eat potato chips between innings to stave off the cramps.
And that's that gel, like the stuff they use in that Ironman triathlon and stuff like that, right?
I'll defer to you on that.
Okay.
I'm not really plugged in on the modern
Ironman triathlon stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that comes in tubes and powders and all that. I'm more of a donut guy.
Nick Frangella, head athletic trainer. They just brought out some more of those electrolyte gels. Our guy Easton helping the cause. Yeah, he was waving Amaya out. His glove was just sort of stuck because his thumb was locked up. Sure, that's a weird feeling.
Yeah. Kind of creep you out a little bit.
What are you thinking here?
I've never seen this.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of experience with what's going on here with Kevin.
Try and get that third out. He's at 73 pitches. So the pitch count's clicked up pretty high, but try and get that third out and then maybe get him into the dugout, work on it a little bit. Yeah, non-throwing hand thumb cramp. My guess is.
Didn't have that one on the bingo card.
No. So it's Antonacci here with a man at second, and the White Sox a 1-run lead.
Continues to shake that glove hand. That's the thing, you know. You say, well, it doesn't impact his throwing, but I mean, if there's a level of pain associated with it, that's challenging.
Yes. Swing and a miss. Got off a good splitter there.
Yeah, the strikeout pitch to Romo was the changeup. So he has a changeup that he'll use on occasion as well.
That is in there for a strike. So 1-2 man at second, trying to finish off Antonacci in a spin and a bluff. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and Gausman able to fight through that thumb cramp. The White Sox do, though, take the lead. It's 3-2.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented by Fast Play from the Illinois Lottery. Download the Illinois Lottery app to play today.
Pedro Ramirez digs in. And a pitch in for a strike from Eric Fetty. Ramirez lined a single to center his first time.
Pedro switch hitter's been good from both sides of the plate. Numbers a little bit better from the other side. There you go. Oh, thought that was through.
Vargas cuts it off, throws him out, one away. Yeah, with one down, it'll bring up Ian Happ. White Sox lead at 3-2. White Sox have out hit the Cubs 6-4. Happ with one of the 4 Cub hits. Fly ball right field. Montgomery there to make the catch.
Well, the Cubs collab with Chicago's own Alice and Wonder is back for year 2 with new caps, apparel, and novelties, plus mini Wonder pieces for the little ones in your life. Find it at ivyshop.com.
Pitch in for a strike to Miguel Amaya. Amaya, strikeout victim his first time. Amaya and Carson Kelly have been the Cubs' 1-2 punch at catcher. They've done solid work this year. Called a strike, but not a strike. Trying to yank that one.
And Fetty trying to walk it off.
Yeah.
Clearly outside.
Amaya wouldn't chase that time. Clay Holmes will go for the Cubs tomorrow afternoon. Swing and a miss, struck him out. How about Fetty? He's gotten the last 7 in a row. End of 4, and it is 3-2 Sox.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Gosman ready to work, facing Murakami. And ball one.
There's that one.
It's just, no, that's a strike. He's fallen behind Murakami 3-0. And there's a strike. Murakami has walked and homered. And the homer was clobbered. 3-1. Strike two. Just on the edge.
See if he can finish him off. He walked 3 times in the ball game last night.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
A nice comeback. Falls behind a dangerous hitter 3-0. A couple well-placed heaters and then well-executed split finger pitch.
And Miguel Vargas now. You got 5 strikeouts?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, all swinging. All on either the split finger or the one to Romo, I think, was the change. Same idea.
Swing and a miss. Chopped over the mound, charging is Nico Horner, and it'll roll past him. Do or die play. Vargas infield single.
Big strong guy like that should be ashamed of himself. This ball got some funky spin. Watch it take a left turn as Nico approaches it. It was in the air a long time, and I don't think he was going to have a play on Vargas, who moves well. He's got good speed.
Craig Counsell back out with Nick Frangella. Nobody's up in the Cubs bullpen. Is it happening again to him? Yeah, it is, I think. He's going to come out of the game. A humid night, and
you know, it almost looked like he was like twitching a little bit there.
Yeah, for sure. So unfortunate, he hung in there. And Gosman forced to exit. So breaking the action as the Cubs forced to go to the pen here in the 5th. 1 out, a man at first, and the White Sox leading 3-2.
To get ready due to the injury, and recently demoted and promoted within a day, with Edward Cabrera going on the IL. 21 games, 80 in the 3rd, and a 3.59 for the versatile Javier Assad.
Hey, let's go downstairs and check in with T-Mac.
Well, while Javi Assad is warming up, I want to take you to pregame. It was a really cool moment for PCA, something he does every single month. He meets with the Boys and Girls Club of Chicago. So these were some kids who came to meet with PCA. He talked with them for about 30 minutes pregame, and I was fortunate, Boog, I got to listen in on some of the conversation, and Pete does such a great job interacting with these kids. He very much drives the conversation, allows them to ask questions as well. I know to get things started, he was asking everybody where they were from, and a kid mentioned he was from Ireland, and he said, I want to go play golf in Ireland. And then later on, he was telling them how his fandom with the Cubs started because of his dad and the memories he's had with his dad. So he's super interactive. Again, this is something he does every single month, and it's just really cool to think that last night he had this monster moment in front of the entire city, and today he's meeting with the youth. And I thought Craig Counsell put it really well. He said that's the kind of stuff that keeps this all into perspective. Last night it gets a little bit blown out of perspective, but those are the moments that remind you just who you are and why you're doing this.
JD, you and I were fortunate enough when we walked into the ballpark, that group of kids, they were waiting to come into the yard, and they were fun and energetic and loud. Took a picture with them.
Yeah, they were like, talk about us on the air, say my name.
Give us a shout out. Say hi to the Boys and Girls Club.
The other thing that I'm not sure you could see in the video, but a lot of them showed up with shirts that said, I'm with Pete. And I love those. Did you guys see some of them wearing those?
Well, we asked them, why they were here, why they were at the ballpark so early, and they were like, every one of them, like, simultaneously, we're here to see PCA.
We're here to meet Pete.
He also told them that if he hits a homer to point to them. So I wonder if he followed through on that promise.
Man, he's already gone deep here tonight, and yeah, those kids were so excited to get a chance. He's pretty natural in that element and certainly comfortable with himself, getting a chance to spend all that time with those kids. Hey, Javi Assad ready to work as he will take over.
Careful here. Benintendi likes to ambush that first pitch.
Assad fires. That one down and in. White Sox lead it 3-2. Kevin Gausman forced to leave with what looked like a left thumb cramp.
One of the real strengths of Assad's game is his fastball command. Two-seamer there right over the outside corner.
There goes the runner. That's fouled away. Remember last year, Javi was injured. He had an oblique strain. He didn't debut until August, but really every year that he's been healthy, he's shown his value and his versatility. And you need guys like Javier Assad, guys like Colin Ray, that will start and come out of the pen and back to starting and out of the pen and give you quality innings. Kick the 1-2. So just checking the count. Manny Gonzalez. Vargas over there at first. One away. White Sox with the lead. Fly ball down the left side, slicing. Foul.
Assad has shown this unbelievable ability to get out of jams. Talked about it a lot. his tenure with the Cubs. Batting average with runners in scoring position. Very low. Doesn't freak out, doesn't panic. I think that's a big part of it. He's what I like to call a situational pitcher. You know, if he needs a ground ball, he knows how to attack a hitter with that in mind. A lot of times with a right-handed hitter, it's that sinker in.
2-2 on the ground to the right side. There's one. There's two. 4-6-3 and Assad able to get the double play ground ball and a hop. They will not look at it. Fans Friday is the last day to vote for the 2026 Cubs Charities Community Awards presented by the Robert R. McCormick Foundation. Scan the QR code now to cast your vote for a favorite Chicago-based nonprofit. Eric Fetty's done good work so far. Conforto hits it on a hop. Murakami.
Time now for the Motorola Razor replay. PCA last night, you may know, homered his first at bat and then hit the walk-off home run. Matt Shaw did the same thing back in May of last year with the I-Cubs. Lead off in a walk-off home run. It was in the second game of a doubleheader, so it was the 8th inning. And he got to wear the hot dog hat, which I think was probably the most important thing in all that. He thought it was low. Pete was right. Cubs only have one challenge. Didn't want to use it.
Line drive and caught Murakami. Yeah, there's two away.
Yeah, you know, these bullpen games, sometimes it can be really problematic because, you know, your first at bat's against one guy and then you get it on a batter. Now they're just getting, like PCA, it's his second at bat against Fetty, and here we are in the 5th inning. So there's something of an advantage. This whole opener idea. He's retired, what, 11 out of 12 now. Cubs at first and third, nobody out in the 2nd inning and failed to score. Big opportunity missed. You know, Okamoto for the Blue Jays homered tonight. Establishing a Blue Jays rookie record. It was his 25th, like the record that was held by Eric Hinsky. And Murakami is homered. Seiya's birthday. Just saying. Challenge.
Pitch, go, let's try the batter's challenge.
And it's a ball. ABS
Goes to
powered.
return. Chicago retained their challenge.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. The 2-1.
Had a little bit of a hanger there. Sweeper in the zone. Trying to sweep that out away from him, and it's out over the heart of the plate. And that's the danger zone. He got away with one.
Two now. And that is strike 3, and Suzuki is gone.
He's not convinced, but didn't want to challenge. Good pitch, but it might have been a bit outside. It was.
Sox lead 3-2 as we go to the top of the sixth. Last half inning, JD was telling you about Matt Shaw last year in AAA Iowa, so I thought it was a good time to remind everybody that tomorrow he will begin his rehab assignment with the I-Cubs. So he has departed the building and will begin that rehab assignment. He's been on the injured list since late June with that left hand sprain, so feeling good and healthier. Also want to mention Daniel Palencia is here in the building, and Craig Counsell says he will be activated soon, Boog. So in coming days, you can expect to see Daniel Palencia available out of the bullpen, and then also Ben Brown going to Arizona on Friday. He will begin his live bullpen series. Dansby Swanson in his coaching era.
Yeah, Nico Horner collects and throws out Montgomery, and there is one away. Yeah, I mean, look, Ben Brown, Palencia. I mean, Palencia, I think there's a chance you could see him even tomorrow.
Be good to have Danny Big Thighs back on that gas.
Line drive, and that one is a base hit out into left center, and it gets under the glove of Pete Crow Armstrong. Happ will retrieve it.
Going to be a single and an E8. He just whiffed on that. He's starting to try to open up so he could turn and make that throw towards second base. But, failed to secure the baseball first.
There's Mydrop with one out and a man in scoring position. Want to keep it a one-run game. Does Javier Assad. There's that two-seamer.
Meanwhile, in Milwaukee, the Brewers are thumping the Mariners. It's 11-0. Top of the seventh.
That is a thumping.
That's a thumping.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Kyle Harrison made the start for Milwaukee. He went 5 scoreless, struck out 8, coming off a rough one last time out. I think it was the Padres that beat him up. Cubs will see the Mariners in Seattle over the weekend.
Bounced out to Ramirez, who takes it in and throws him out. Part 10 now. Fans Road to Wrigley Live. It's proudly presented by Prevagen. It returns this Thursday at 6. Right here on Marquee. Catch live whip-around coverage across the entire Cubs minor league system and get caught up on the latest Cubs prospect news.
'96 from Javi.
Cheese.
Queso.
Peters with a couple of hits. Swing and a miss.
Kind of a fun note. Played 17 games for the Savannah Bananas.
Yep.
2021.
I think there's a good video of him.
What's his special skill? Was he a dancer?
I believe he did the Britney Spears dance. Oh, 2. In the air, left field. And the White Sox leave a man. Beautiful shots from our Megalodon camera. Powered by Nissan. Visit NissanUSA.com or your local dealer. That is a beautiful shot. Cubs trail it by a run as we go bottom 6. And here's Alex Bregman against Eric Fetty. High fly ball drilled out towards left center field. Peters back at the track and he makes the catch. Bregman just missed it.
Maybe down towards the end of the bat just a little bit. Gonna break this Fetty spell that they're under. Good pass at it. Hopeful eyes. Not quite enough juice. And he feels like knows he got away with one there. Warm night, wind blowing out, a ball hit like that. Tendency to assume it's going to fly out of here.
Remember, Hudson started and then turned it over to Fetty. Cub hitters started the game 4 for 7 with 2 homers, and they've gone 0 for 13 since.
A couple of the back end of the bullpen pieces that were not available or Will Venable last night should be back in play here tonight. So it could be a little more difficult to beat late.
Fetty, the 3-1. And now Bush asks for time.
Fetty's feeling it, man. He gets the ball back. He's right back on the rubber, ready to go on the attack.
Yeah, he's worked with a super quick tempo. 3-2 pitch to Bush. And a challenge.
That's outside.
Pitch to a ball, the challenge it.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it's a ball.
Call is confirmed. Chicago 1, challenge remains.
Here's Nico Hornerdow. Horner 0 for 2. He's grounded out a couple of times.
He just had the Sox have one more challenge remaining. Oh, that was our challenge.
Yeah.
He says Chicago. Confused me. Both teams are from Chicago here tonight.
They are. And we're in Chicago.
Yeah, we are.
Me and you.
We're at the Federal Landmark here on the west side. This, Fetty, he's been very effective here tonight. It's kind of a command effort, right? The command of the fastball has been so good. On a night where there were no challenges, a big zone, he would really be dominating. I don't know if he could be any better than he has been.
Line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Peters will pick it up. Bush will stop at second. And the Cubs with something brewing. First and second with 1 out.
Finally putting a little pressure on Fetty here. That'll bring the pitching coach, Zach Bove, out of the dugout. He's an interesting story. He was a position player, I think a first baseman in college, and started his coaching career as a hitting coach. And somewhere along the way, somebody said, hey, why don't you be a pitching coach? All right.
But it's wild how many of the big league pitching coaches these days have taken a unique path, right? We were talking earlier this year, I think it was when the Mets were in town, how a third of all pitching coaches had never pitched professionally, not in the majors. They'd never been paid to pitch.
Yeah, well, college guys.
Oscar Brazoban is up. And a challenge.
Pitch call ball, the catcher's challenge.
And a lot of challenges on Manny tonight.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Call it return, strike one, Chicago retains.
Romo not shy in that spot.
Yeah, now, you know, I think you're getting to the point in the game now where it makes sense to be a little bit more aggressive. A couple guys on base, 1-run game.
Sox use it more than any team, and they have a low success rate. In fact, the lowest. Foul. I don't know that that necessarily tells the story. This is what we were just saying. So they've tried it more than any other team, but every challenge isn't created equal. And I mean, I think in the end you're trying in the biggest leverage spots.
Somebody will come up with a number. They'll do the math and they'll come up with a, you know, win probability added.
That's right.
Or lost based on your success rate and challenges and the state of play in the game. You know, a lot of folks say, well, you got to save until late. I don't buy that. I think there's plenty of high leverage situations early.
Inside, and it moves Ramirez off the plate. Now 3-2. So here we go. First and second, 1 out. Cubs down a run, bottom of the 6th. Ramirez awaiting a 3-2. Payoff pitch, and he struck him out. Man, Fetty making a big pitch when he needed to.
And a chase breaking ball, and he got Ramirez to bite. That's going to bring Will Venable out of the dugout, and they're going to make the move. What a job by Eric Fetty. He's going to get a game ball from his manager for this effort. Razabon will come out of the White Sox bullpen, and this pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Tickets, get your tickets.
Right there.
Can't win if you don't play. There's a potential winner. And the Dansby jersey. That young lady for business, please. And that gentleman. He's going for 25, that guy. I think he pointed at the wants 25. Oh, yeah, she's always working it.
Yes. Just letting the people know winner takes half. Change up from Razabon as Wasker gets a swing and miss.
Yeah, he likes to tunnel that sinker changeup combo. Puts it on the ground a lot. Ground ball rate of 50%. White Sox got him at the trade deadline from the Mets.
He was really good with the Mets. 2.56 ERA in 46 appearances. He will walk some people, Jim.
Yeah, well, that's with Ian Happ up there, you know, pretty good chance that'll happen.
Razabon, the 2-1.
.59 2/3 innings. He's allowed 4 home runs. That's not been a problem for him.
High fly ball in the air out towards right center. And that one pulled down by Peters.
it is time for our memorable moment brought to you by Prevagen. In the spirit of Cubs walk-offs during crosstown rivalries, how could you not bring up this one? Christopher Morel, August 16th, 2023, took Gregory Santos deep to right field, 411 feet. Quite the dramatic moment. The run around the bases was beyond epic. I'll remember that one forever. That was a lot of fun.
Javier Assad delivers high and outside. Yeah, the emotion.
Yeah,
Morel high stepping around the bases.
Yeah. Fun guy. There's your walk-off home runs in crosstown history. Christopher back up in the big leagues, I believe, with the Mets. With the Marlins earlier this year. He got let go, signed a minor league deal with the Mets. Was tearing it up down at AAA. Mets called him back up. Good kid, good guy.
On the ground, a short corner. Abbey and the Chicago Cubs teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans diagnosed with cancer every hour for each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley this year. AbbVie donates $241 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. Saad missing inside to Drew Romo. Oh, Antonacci, I beg your pardon.
Antonacci, he looks like the golfer Keegan Bradley. Familiar with Keegan Bradley?
No.
Yeah. Looks a little bit like Keegan Bradley to me. Maybe a cross between Keegan Bradley and Speed Racer. I know you know Speed Racer.
I do.
The danger pitch here to Antonacci is that front hip two-seamer, because he'll just let it hit him.
On the ground, and that's through the left side. And Antonacci with the knock.
And typically with a sod out there, the ball is going to be on the ground a lot. This time he finds a hole. Good effort here by Nico. Nico, his instinct is always to leave his feet.
Yeah, he's on the ground about as much as any player. Murakami takes a good rip at it.
Yeah, well, this is dangerous right here, huh? Murakami with a man on base. Seventh inning, we're getting late.
Deal one. Murakami homered earlier in the game. That was in the third. It is 29th.
Good try. Real good take by Murakami. Again, they're going to write a lot of articles about this guy. He's kind of a unicorn.
Well, everybody missed. I mean, 2 years, $34 million, at a posting price of just under $7. And we did, by the way, get confirmation. Gausman leaving with a left hand cramp. Yeah, he hit as many. He had 56 homers in 2022 for Yakult over in Japan. Now time call. And Javi will go to the dirt and then rub it on his hand and then the back of his trousers. Two.
Trousers, you've been talking to Pat Hughes lately.
Yeah, I know it. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, well, where'd that come from?
Pitch of the game right here.
3-2, man at first. The side comes set. Payoff pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. Save. And Antonacci collects stolen base number 16.
Well, the Sox get a bag, but the Cubs get a big out, a big punch out of Murakami. Last time Gausman struck him out with an off-speed pitch. This time they go heater. We're working hard to keep that tag on just in case Antonacci came off the base.
And now it's Vargas, not out of the woods yet. 3-2 White Sox. Vargas is grounded into a double play, line to third, and he's also singled.
Been pretty quiet in these first two games. They had a big series against the Cubs over on the south side earlier this year. Had a big weekend in Detroit. 3 home runs. 6 out of 13.
White Sox sweeping the Tigers.
A little sweeper off that outside edge.
Assad wants Amaya to go through the signs again.
Yeah, make sure you know exactly what you want to do.
Assad was trying to get someone's attention. I don't know whether, I think it was Amaya's.
Yeah, I think he's trying to speed it up. Well, that was the pitch. A great take by Vargas. That was a money pitch. Strike the ball slider. It's running off that outside corner.
Would not chase. Now 2-2. Antonacci at second. White Sox by a run. Javi fires. High fly ball out towards right center field. Conforto has it. And that's the third out. We're singing. 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by Budweiser. For 150 years, this Bud's for you.
Tonight's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Hockey Hall of Fame member, former Chicago Blackhawks player, and Chicago native, Chris Chelios.
Hey, Chicago! Patrick Kane is back in the house. We got 2 Chicago baseball teams going to be in the playoffs and hopefully meet the end. Tonight, this one goes to an old Blackhawk, one of the best. He wore his heart on his sleeve. Troy Murray. To Troy Murray, a toast. And his family. All right, here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for its root. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey, Chicago, let's get some run. Thank you.
Miguel Amaya takes up and in ball one from Huáscar Brazoban.
Good stuff. Great name. Good movement on that sinker at 96.
That's inside, and now it's 3-0.
Taking all the way here. Grant Taylor is up in the Sox bullpen.
Brazoban. And he walked him on 4 pitches, and maybe there's the opening the Cubs were looking for. So Taylor continues to loosen. JD, you know those leadoff walks.
Yeah, boy, they always come around to score. And here comes the Jaguar coming into the game to pinch run. If you got a Jaguar on your bench, might as well let him run.
Kevin Alcantara will run for Amaya. Carson Kelly will come on. And take over at catcher. Here's Conforto now. All right, JD, so look at where Vargas is playing right now.
Yeah.
What's the thought there?
Chopper, slow roller.
Okay. Inside. And now time called, and Romo's going to go out to the mound.
6 in a row out of the zone. Time to have a chat. Buy a little time maybe for Taylor.
And again, we touched on it. Brazoban, a guy in his big league career, his lifetime walk rate is 11.5%. And over that stretch, the major league average 8.5%. So
yeah, the walk is in play.
Yep.
And especially against this Cubs club that is so patient and takes so many walks.
Yeah, tied for the major league lead with the Brewers, highest walk rate accepted. Cubs down a run. And there's a strike to Conforto, 2-1.
White Sox are out of mound visits already, Boo.
What will they do?
No more visits.
3-1 now on Conforto. Alcantara at first. Brazoban fires. Ball 4. And now the Cubs have 2 on and nobody out. And look who's coming up to hit. But first, Will Venable out of the dugout, points to the pen, and we've got a pitching change. Cubs down a run, but threatening here in the 7th. Back with a new pitcher after this. The official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Some of the players that have worn both uniforms in this rivalry, including Darren Jackson. And DJ in the house, calling for White Sox radio with our buddy Len Casper.
Teammates with DJ briefly in San Diego back in 1992. Here we go.
Taylor. And he pumps in a strike to PCA, a 4-seam fastball from the righty. Hard thrower.
Yeah, he's become quite a weapon for the White Sox, and you see the numbers: a 2.11 ERA for 64 innings. Nasty stuff. And walk people. Bunch of punch outs. 81 strikeouts in 64 innings, a strikeout rate of just under 32%.
Contra at second, Conforto at first, the 1-1. And that's in for a strike. And Pete couldn't pull the trigger.
Got that good velo, also a good curveball, slider. He'll sink his fastball from time to time.
Taylor the 1-2, and a curve in the dirt, kicks away from Romo, but not far enough.
Talking about Romo's athleticism back there, quick feet, really positions himself well to block and recover.
Two, and fouled off. PCA got a piece. That one at 98. Pete tonight, a homer in his first plate appearance, then walked, and then lined out softly to first. Another tight one here tonight. 2 on, nobody out. Here comes. Got him swinging.
He hasn't lost many battles in big moments lately, but Taylor beats him up top with a heater. Base runners have to remind themselves to be on the lookout for that breaking ball in the dirt.
Pitch to Seiya. And that's in for a strike at 99.
Taylor Swift.
Check swing, did not go. I saw what you did there.
Yeah. He's throwing hard, and his name is Taylor. Has not been a fun birthday for Seiya so far. 2 punch outs and a ground out to short. Another pitch. Last at bat, he had a breaking ball that probably should have done some damage on and fouled away. The same here. Easy from up here.
The 1-2. Missed way high. Romo coming up out of the crouch.
Taylor's an LSU guy, 2nd round pick in 2023.
Swing and a miss, and Suzuki carved up by Taylor, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, this guy's a handful.
No doubt.
99-mile-an-hour heater and good breaking stuff.
So now it's left up to Bregman to cash in this chance. The first 2 Cubs walked, but now there are 2 outs.
So we can get a little tiger on tiger crime here.
Taylor's ready. And he pulled off that slider. Cubs trail it by 1. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 2 are aboard. Cubs open the game with Kevin Gausman on the mound. He was forced to depart in the 5th with a left hand cramp. drive, base hit, left field. Around third and in to score is Alcantara. Bregman delivers. 3-3.
Yeah, the Bregman delivers. Indeed, a Tiger on Tiger crime, and we are tied. Assad comes out of the bullpen, holds the line. And Cubs battle back. Big 2-out knock here by Bregman. That slider backed up a little bit on Taylor. I think Romo wanted the fastball, but Taylor shook it off. The slide brought to you by Wisconsin Dells. Playing your getaway at WisDells.com.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Here's the pitch to Bush. And a challenge.
Pitch, call ball, catcher challenge.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's a strike. Hard hit. Oh, on the backhand. Mydrop gets up and he throws him out. What a play. Chase Mydrop steals a hit from Bush and the go-ahead run from the Cubs.
Oh, spectacular play by Chase Mydrop. Wow.
Top 8, and Javier Assad back out there. Carson Kelly takes over for Miguel Amaya. And here's Andrew Benintendi.
First pitch changeup. Right on the outside corner at the knees.
Popped him up. Foul third base side. Oh, wow. And it lands in foul territory.
I mean, it was about the only spot where neither one of those three guys was going to get to it.
It's so rare you see a ball that stays up that long land in that spot, but it was kind of perfectly placed.
Yeah, and I'm guessing tie game in the 8th. Ian might have been playing a little deeper. I didn't check his position before the pitch.
Full house here tonight, over 40,000. And another tight one. 3-3 top 8. John Shabby, Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor on Marquee Sports Network. An attendee hitless in 3 trips. In year 4 of a 5-year deal he signed with the White Sox.
Assad's so good at making the hitters cover both sides of the plate. Hard in, soft away. Not close enough to get Benintendi to bite.
Two. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Oh, what an effort by Assad. Yeah, he's going to get a big ovation here. He stepped up yet again.
Should.
What an effort. Yeah. Yes. Fire it up, Javi. Fire him up.
Great work, Javier Assad. And it comes in a 3-3 tie. Breaking the action, we get a pitching change. count, and the base is empty. Craig Counsell goes to the pen and summons Caleb Thielbar.
The veteran left-hander is in a little bit of a bumpy ride, especially of late. ERA up to 5.54. The home run has been a big problem. He's allowed 10 of them.
Yeah, that's really been the thing. Great Montgomery 0 for 3 as he turns around and hits from the right side. Ball to strike. Thielbar. Fly ball lifted out towards left center field. PCA under it. Makes the call and the grab.
Javier Assad coming in for Kevin Gausman tonight. Outstanding work. Big double play. Dialed up there. This is the punch out. Had everything going. Got a 171 ERA since the start of July. He's fired up too. Love to see it.
This one lifted high in the air, deep down the right side and foul. Out of play. Colson Montgomery was about as high as it was far. This guy, big time power, has been in a funk. Last 47 coming in, striking out just under a 40% clip and hitting under 190, but he's got 2 hits tonight.
Yeah, I think they've been pounding him in. Good breaker there. I wonder what Thielbar was thinking when Braden Montgomery's ball left the bat, because that was dangerously close to a go-ahead home run.
Oh-2. And Montgomery would not chase. Swing and a ball in the dirt. Well, the Cubs won it in dramatic fashion last night. Hoping to do the same here this evening. Thielbar. One hop and it eats up Bush. And kicks into right field.
It's awkward looking. Michael stumbled as he pursued that one. Let's take a look. Kind of tried to get low and lost his balance. Might have been fooled by the timing of that too. Maybe not hit quite as hard as he thought. I don't know. What was the exit velo on that one? Yeah, just 78 miles per hour. I think it was almost like a changeup on him.
There's a strike to Mydroth as he drops a curve in.
A dangerous matchup here. Mydroth has been really good against left-handed pitching this year.
He's not a big guy, but he's got some pop. He's got a dozen homers. Towards third. Bregman charges. Got him. Thielbar does the job. Will go to the bottom of the 8th. Still locked up in a 3-3 tie. Back here at Wrigley, and that's not good news. Rain delay brought to you by Reynolds Wrap. Cover your bases. And the tarp is on the infield. It's not actually started raining yet, has it?
No, it has not. But the forecast all day long said around 9 o'clock storms might roll through here. So it's, that was quite some time ago. But you can feel it, right? The wind has shifted. It's a little cooler all of a sudden. So obviously they have information that there's a cell headed our way. And the reports earlier today was that there's a chance there'd be really high winds and heavy rain, but for a shortish period of time. So let's hope that is the case.
All right, we won around 90 minutes thereabout. Cubs getting homers from PCA and Michael Busch. In the first inning, Kevin Gausman 4 to third, 3 earnings left with a left hand cramp. Murakami a towering home run in the third. And with the Cubs down 3-2 in the seventh, Alex Bregman with the game-tying single. And here we are. So after the wet stuff came and people took their shirts off, ultimately Will Venable went to the bullpen and summoned the man with the great changeup.
Trevor Richards, the veteran right-hander. He's got an outstanding change of pace. We saw him last night. He went an inning and a third. Scoreless, allowed a couple hits, had a strikeout for the season. 38 appearances between his time with the Phillies and the Sox. And good numbers across the board for Richards. Score a run, get 3 outs, and let's go home with another W.
I love it. I love where your head's at, Jim.
Folks have hung in there. They had a great time having a dance party down there, voicing their displeasure about the Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
And jumping up and down. It was like a dance party, like a wedding reception with no shirts.
Here's Nico Horner. And that one is in there for a strike. 91 with that four-seamer from the 33-year-old. An hour and 28-minute rain delay. So here we are at a little past 11:15 local time, and a lot of folks have still stuck around.
And they have not lost their zeal either. They're getting after it.
That one almost clipped Nico.
Changeup, I think they got away from Richards. Ball in the outfield could be a little dicey. The wet grass might skip on these outfielders.
Fly ball right field. Montgomery towards the line and makes the catch.
Yeah, this is what went down during the delay. And it was a scene.
Yeah.
Letting off a little steam. Why not? Tunes are cranking.
People were excited. The rain came down. Ramirez fouls it away. Pedro here tonight, 1 for 3 with a single. Cubs have been out hit in this game. 10-6. One out, bases empty as we get back underway here. Tied at 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Switch hitter batting left. Richards into center field, and that one hanging up and racing in and making a catch is Peters. Nice play.
Look like this one from Oakland is going to drop down. You see where Peters is positioned a step or two towards left. But he gets a good read on this, good break. And the footing, despite the wet grass, holds up.
And now it's Ian Happ with 2 down.
Looks like Jacob Webb will be next for the Cubs. He's up in the pen. There he is.
Mark Strittmatter back there. Happ 1 out of 3 with a single. He's flied out his other 2 times up. Richards with a count 2-0. And that one in there for a strike. And that.
Yeah, good framing here by Romo, but
a miss by a lot.
Yeah, it was a big miss. Big miss at a bad time. Whoa. Good eye in, good take. He's having that's second one of those changeups that got away. Sailed one over Nico's head. Marlon Man, almost made a play.
Three and one on Happ. 2 outs, bases clear. Tied at 3. And he had a little tardy on the fastball.
It's been a long time since these guys have seen some live pitching, and I think that the bigger part of it is the respect for the changeup, even though he's kind of airmailed a couple of them. I don't know if it would be wise to disregard that changeup the way he's uncorked a couple of them. Maybe he's got something wrong. We can't get the feel for it.
3-2 pitch. Fly ball to right, and Montgomery. Cubs go 1-2-3. We're headed to the 9th. 3-3. Cubs fans, you helped honor 150 years of Cubs baseball by voting for the Cubs 150th anniversary team. Now it's time for the reveal. Tune in to Cubs Live next Monday, 7:30, and we'll announce the full roster exclusively on Marquee, presented by Motorola Razr. Jacob Webb will take over. Run out of adjectives with what this guy has delivered.
He delivered a scoreless 10th inning last night. He walked a couple, struck out a couple, kind of a bend don't break outing for Webb. He has been brilliant for a good long while. And untouchable, or at least unscored upon. 22 appearances of 0.
There.
And like Richards, the signature pitch for Jacob Webb is that changeup, but he's not a one-trick pony. He's got a fastball, sits around 95 miles per hour. He's got a pretty good breaking ball too.
And Randall Grichuk will hit here. Grichuk started last night, hit the homer against Imanaga. And a swing and a miss.
Swing was a bit of an afterthought from Randall. He was really good against lefties, not so much against righties, but certainly more dangerous than Romo. Chance to run out of the ballpark. Scoreless streak we showed you on Webb. That's the longest active scoreless streak in Major League Baseball. Ooh, why not? Ooh, yeah, just missed. That's why not.
Shout to short. Horner collects. And there's 2 away.
Left-handed batters don't really bother Webb. His changeup really neutralizes them. Having said that, I'd rather not see the left-handed batter on deck getting that bat here in the ninth. Murakami.
Yeah, with you. Here's the 2-0.
Antonacci, we talked about him earlier, gets hit by a lot of pitches, 23 already this year. You see he's on top of the plate, kind of leaning right over the inside part of the plate, kind of forces the pitcher away and off the plate.
The 3-0 in there for a strike. Yeah, last night he leaned into one. I mean, definitely was moving the elbow towards the baseball, towards the plate. But maybe that there was a chance that Scott Barry would call it.
Or even one of the base umpires. Might be easier for them to pick it up. You see that called once in a blue moon, but occasionally you do.
But it'll get called. 3-1. And the walk puts the go-ahead run on.
He's a clever guy, Antonacci. You see his MO there, right up on top of the plate. Like, you want to come in, you risk hitting me. Outer third of the plate is like a middle fastball for him.
The 1-1 to Murakami. Webb is ready. And a little dribbler. Webb picks it, flips to first, and that's the inning. Cubs will try and win it in the bottom of the ninth. They're fired up on Gallagher Way.
Let's go out there.
Let's go out there.
Let's go.
Get crazy. Cubs will try and win it as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Possibilities. More than possible for the Cubs to try and walk it off right here with the Kelly and then Conforto and then Crow Armstrong against Trevor Richards.
Well, walking it off, that's kind of been their thing this year. They've done it a major league high 12 times.
And there's Jake Rogers into the game after they hit for Romo. The well-traveled Jake Rogers. 4 teams in 22 days. Carson Kelly takes down and away. Ball 1.
Carson Kelly's walk-up song is "Take Me Home Tonight."
Yeah.
Be on board with that plan.
Line drive down the left side. Fair ball. That bangs off the sidewall. Picking it up is Antonacci, and Kelly is in. It's a double, and a winning run is in scoring position.
Carson, who did not start the game, came in after the Cubs pinch ran for Amaya. Jumps all over that one from Richards. Joint is jumping.
Here's Conforto. Look out.
They're getting that changeup, man. He's almost like he has the yips with it. Or maybe he's got a blister or something. But I think he can kind of disregard that changeup right now for Michael Conforto.
ECA in the on-deck circle.
And then he gets off his. No, that went up as a 4-seamer at 85.
I'm confused. I think that was a changeup.
I do too.
1-1 here, Richards. And he got him to climb upstairs, and now it's 1-2. Conforto asking for time. Michael, the start in right here tonight. Seiya, the DH. And Conforto was popped to second, grounded to first, and walked. Richards, the 1-2.
11 to play. Little ground ball to the right side would work. But you've already used Amaya. He started. You can't pinch run for Carson here.
The 1-2. Cubs trying to do it to the White Sox again here in game 2, bottom of the 9th. Popped up. And that gets out of play.
White Sox had Newcomb up in the pen, but he was sat down.
And that is in there. Conforto is gone.
And a money pitch from Richards at the bottom of the knees. PCA is going to get walked here.
So Will Venable using the intentional walk.
We're going to get cheated out of an opportunity to see PCA do what he did last night and in the ball game. The young left-hander Hagen Smith. Somebody else is going to have to be the hero here tonight. Why not the birthday boy, Seiya Suzuki? Been pretty bleak for Seiya tonight. 0 for 4 with 3 punch-outs.
Richards. That's bounced foul. Yeah, Seiya's not taking good swings here tonight. Homered in last night's game is 22nd. First and second. Kelly, though, the only guy that matters at second base. Popped in the air, foul ground, Murakami. And they say he caught it.
Cubs are asking for a little time. Can't challenge. I think Scott Barry at third base told him he can't challenge. I don't know why. It's not a fair foul question. It's a catch, no catch question.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he got it, but
I think he caught it. Line drive, base hit, center field. Here comes Kelly. Here's the throw to the plate. And Carson is in. And the Cubs take round 2. 4-3. They walk it off in the bottom of the 9th. And the night belongs to Bregman.
yeah, he tied it. He wins it. Bregmania alive and well on the north side of Chicago. Man, the narrative around him changed, huh?
You are not kidding.